Hello, sixth graders, and welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to learn about asking probing questions and choosing a research topic. Our objectives, or I can statements, cover two different things, okay? We cover talking about a research topic, which we've already done, and then down here we're going to focus on I can paraphrase what a speaker says to check my understanding, and I can respond to questions by clarifying the point I'm trying to make and by elaborating on my ideas. So the first word here, clarifying. What do you think it means to clarify? Okay, to clarify means to make it clearer. So it might mean that you need to explain your ideas a little bit more to make your idea clearer. And then the next word that I wanted to ask you about is elaborate. What do you think it means to elaborate? Good. Elaborate means to explain or to add more detail to what you're saying. So today's lesson is going to be a little bit different in that we're going to be focusing how to have a conversation with each other, and in that conversation, how to help each other elaborate and clarify the ideas that they're saying in order to have a really good discussion, and from that discussion to, at the end of it, be able to make some decisions about what we want to study. Okay, so this looks different from other ones we've done. Here is your actual next assignment that you're going to be working on. And this is the last assignment that is in Unit 2. After this unit, we'll be starting a new novel and moving on to something totally different. So it says, you have read several texts of different types to discover the rules to live by of other characters of real people. We've read Bud Not Buddy, we've read Steve Jobs, we've read the poem If. Okay, and from all of those, you've seen their rules. Now, starting in this paragraph, it says, now you have a chance to share some of the important lessons or rules to live by that you have learned from experiences in your own life. We trust the rules suggested by Steve Jobs and President Barack Obama because they have both been very successful. However, for people to trust your rules to live by, you need to be able to support your rules with evidence from research. Okay, so if somebody's been really successful, you just believe their rules because they're saying it. But because you are only in sixth grade, at this point, you haven't been super successful yet, and so you need to provide evidence. And then maybe one day, people will just believe your rules because you said them, because you'll be just as successful as the people we've read about. So here's your assignment, okay? You will begin by choosing a topic important to you and people in your age group. You're going to have 3 topics to choose from. With a small expert group, you will research the facts of this topic and collect evidence, facts, definitions, and quotes in order to determine a rule to live by. Finally, you will individually write an evidence-based essay, dun dun dun. That just means you're going to prove your rule with the things you've researched. To inform readers of one rule to live by that can be shared with others who can learn from your experiences and your research, because then you'll be the expert. These are going to be the 3 topics that you can choose from. So you can find out more about healthy habits. Healthy habits is referring to anything that helps with your health. So exercising, eating better, anything pertaining to being healthy, okay, or healthy habits. You could also learn more about reduce, reuse, and recycle. So those are the 3 R's that we use to talk about basically taking care of the environment. So we need to reduce our waste, which means trying not to have as much garbage. We need to reuse things over and over again, like you might reuse your towels at home before you wash them, or reuse a paper cup or like a plastic cup by rinsing it out a few times before you throw it away. And then recycle things that you're ready to get rid of that can be recycled. So you could learn more about that. Or finally, bullying. You already know what bullying is. If you want to explore that and a rule to live by with that, then you can do that choice. So what we're going to do for this is you are going to practice having a discussion. And your discussion, your criteria or how you're going to be kind of judged or graded or what you want to look for when you're discussing with someone is these things. Okay, you want to see if you can paraphrase, put into your own words, ideas and questions. That when somebody says something to you, that as the listener, you can try and paraphrase what you think they're saying. Okay, you ask clarifying questions. Did you mean, and or what did you say this? Did you mean this by that? Ask probing questions, which means you want to try to get more information from them. You should be able to clearly explain your own ideas and respond to questions with details. Seek out different peer perspectives and backgrounds. A discussion is very boring if it's only one person talking. So a part of being good at discussions is being good at listening to other people's point of views, acknowledging different peer perspectives and backgrounds, even if it's not the same as yours, and not putting them down for feeling differently than you do. And then respectfully comparing your own perspective with someone else's. At the end of the discussion, you don't have to agree. You can still feel differently. That's okay. So your focusing question, okay, what you are going to be discussing in your groups today is, which of these topics do you find most interesting and why? Oops, where are the topics? Right here. Which of these topics do you find most interesting and why? Go ahead and get to work.